staff at Deary Brothers Ford on Mormon Trek. Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Mike's E-Keys for cars. G.G. Carr and his crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling. Supple's Flowers, the home of 1-800-800-ROSE. The Midtown Family Restaurants. Hertine and Stockard Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City. Diamond Dreams Sports Academy, Senior Benefits. Premier Automotive in North Liberty. The Oxio Kid of the Amanas, Streets Maintenance. Dr. Lance Forbes Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids, Big Dog Tech Solutions, and Dirk Sterner Taxidermy. Here's Tom Suter, along with Pat Hardy from HawkFanatic.com.
Yes, we are here. We're in Hawkeye land. This is the motherland, Steve.
Yes.
For all Hawkeye fans, this is the motherland.
Right here.
This station.
This station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can ask Google Maps, Hawkeye Motherland, boom.
Yeah.
Right here.
Golf of the Hawkeyes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. All right, well, you sound better today.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds like you feel better.
No, but thank you.
You don't feel better?
No, but thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm a little tired.
But you're in here smiling.
You always.
Has it been a good show so far?
I think it's been one of the
better ones. I hear Hunter back there coughing. You're phlegming. Suter says this has not been. Did you touch this?
Yes, yes.
It was in your pants.
I gargled. Yes,
it was in your.
It was in my pants.
You put it in your pants.
Jesus.
Well, that's probably would be one of the safest.
Yeah.
No one's been in there for a while.
Not a long time.
Besides you, of course.
Wow.
All right. Back to the
Great start.
You come down from that win last night?
Both of them.
Yeah. I'm talking about the men's win.
Yeah, that was, well, it was what you expected to see. We saw it.
There's been 5 in a row now. It's time to play.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're going to go out to California, and they're going to play Ole Miss, who's 5-0. When Mike actually looked that up last night.
And I don't think they've played much of anybody either.
Probably not. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you look at some of these games. Now, there are some. I mean, I watched Illinois and Arizona had a hell of a game the other night. There's been some good matchups.
There have.
Iowa, these next 2 games, they'll play some decent teams, and then the women, of course. By the time I got home, I had just missed the injury. So, like, when I put in my story, because they never said from that point on what kind of they barely talked about it.
No, I know.
It was weird. They hardly ever. Hey, arguably their best player is not playing right now.
She hit her forehead on the floor.
I don't want to sound dismissive, but it's better than you telling me she blew her knee out.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, obviously she's not going to play.
No,
she won't play, and she may miss it, but she'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be
back.
You know, a bad concussion would be 2 weeks.
But
right?
I just assumed it was a lower leg injury. You just do when you hear that she's carried off the floor. And in my first sentence that I was writing, I actually put that. Then I'm like, you don't know what it is. They haven't said, so I took it out and just said an injury.
And that's
because
right.
I mean, did they on TV? They never really said anything about it. What happened?
Well, she went in for a drive. And came down kind of awkwardly, and then
hit her head on the court.
And then hit her head on the court.
That happens. She was she was struggling a little bit from the stats. She was 1 of 6.
She was.
But they found a way to win. Taylor Stremlow, I'm thinking it's
Taylor Stremlow was
powered by that rate. I think she was using the energy from the radio interview, and that
I'm
helped
sure
her in that game. She had 10 of her 12 in the second half. They needed it. What was interesting, even with chit-chat out, the rotation shrunk because when I was watching, Addie and Journey Houston didn't play at all.
They didn't in the second half, huh?
Yeah, and I'd heard that Journey actually had a nice assist, but Addie
Deal had one nice assist.
She played 5 minutes.
Yeah, and she had one real nice assist, but she had one head scratcher where the shot clock was down to like 1, and the girl was trying a wild 3-pointer, and Addie fouled her.
Yeah.
So, and she didn't play after that.
My favorite part was Rodriguez doing the double spin.
Oh my God! When she needed to bring it out and let run time off the clock.
I laughed so hard at that, man. But that shows you She's not afraid of anything.
Oh my God! No.
She took some bad shots. She made some bad passes, but
did.
she doesn't care. She's just going to keep coming right at you. And I think overall that's going to be good if they can figure out a way to harness it and whatever.
And they will.
But when she did the double spin, I'm like, what the hell is she doing? And then she threw the ball up against the backboard.
It looked like a video game.
But
move.
you know, Jan didn't put anyone in from the bench in.
No.
Hello.
Hello. When Chit-Chat fell down, she lost her shoe. How did she manage that?
I don't know. As I said, she fell kind of funny, and she looks like she tripped over a different player, and
Somebody must have stepped on her shoe.
must have, yeah. But yeah, she hit her head, and when she tried to stand up, she obviously got real woozy, and they needed to carry her off so that she didn't cause any.
I thought the girls played a pretty good game last night, especially against number 17.
Well, this time of year,
I don't know if Baylor's a 7th ranked.
they've got one player who is absolutely lights out,
And she was
All-American, terrific.
But I watched a bunch of other players that can't shoot.
They can't shoot.
They're athletic,
They're
but they can't
athletic
shoot.
on the inside, but they can't.
Iowa
shoot.
can shoot. I mean,
Yes.
they've got players that can at least
Well,
consistently
that
make.
Scott was hitting those
Well, yeah,
three-pointers.
that's why she's averaging 25 a game.
Yeah, she's
Those are tough shots, though.
Terrific, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the men, there were very few people there last night, too.
Very few.
Very few. But
Very few.
at this stage, it's the opponent. I mean,
Yes.
you can't. It's a Thursday night, 6 o'clock. You're just not going to get people out to see Chicago State.
Well, you said something, I don't know, maybe a year ago, Pat, that is 100% correct, and it's still true. Everything has to align right for the men to fill up that arena.
Yeah, still.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's a new coach,
And
people aren't
I'm
going to
sure
change.
some people were off to see Regina play, too.
Yeah, that probably didn't
Yeah.
help. The
Yeah.
women playing, there was probably some people who
Doesn't
stayed home
help.
to
Yeah.
watch the women.
Yeah.
So they did.
Yeah, lots working against them.
That's true. But I know of a bunch of people who stayed home to watch the women play.
Yeah, I'm sure
But
that.
I went to the men, and I managed to get home in time to see a lot of the women play.
Well, I got home in
And I
time to
didn't
write
leave
something.
early.
I was going to just use Iowa stuff, but I'm like, it's midway through the fourth quarter. You got stats. Just write something your own. So I did. And when I put it, I just said with an injury, because even when you see her fall like that, as far as it could turn out to be a neck injury, you just don't know. I was just waiting for TV to confirm something. And then they had Jan on in the postgame.
And she
didn't say anything other than addressing the fact that we're going to have to try to play a team that presses without chit-chat. That's all she said. They didn't ask her about the injury.
Yeah.
Which I thought was weird. And maybe it's one of these things where chit-chat didn't want people talking about it. Who knows, right? No chit-chat. Get it, Captain?
Yes.
No chit-chat about chit-chat.
Yes.
No.
I get
And
it.
then I thought for sure Regina was going to win that game, and then they fumbled in the fourth quarter, and
That's
the other
tough.
team just went right on down for the touchdown. But I don't understand what Regina was doing at the very end when they had that just a football size to get into the end zone. What the heck were they doing with the guy passing over the top of somebody's head?
Well, because they thought he was going to be able to complete the pass and win the game.
It was a play they thought would work, and sometimes they don't work.
Yeah.
Well, they thought they'd get him outside of the.
Apparently, I didn't
But I
see
would
it.
have just got everybody in there and just shoved.
Yeah, I mean, but you also have hindsight right now, too. They didn't.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
I listened to that while I was watching the men's game because you can get KCJJ inside the
Wow, what do
Yeah.
you
arena real well. The
yeah.
rest of the stations you can't.
You're everywhere, Captain. You're like God. You're everywhere.
10,000 watts
You're everywhere.
at a big acoustic tower.
Well, tonight we have wrestling
Yeah.
There you.
and also the Liberty game, so I'll watch wrestling and listen to the Liberty
And who
game.
does Liberty play?
They play Dowling
Dowling.
at 7 o'clock
Yeah.
tonight.
My alma mater.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Yes. And it'll be Liberty's first championship if they win. It'll be Dowling's 100th.
11th.
Well, something.
You tired of that? Tired of that Liberty jingle?
Kinda.
I am too.
Yeah.
So I'll bet you're
Well,
tired
anyway,
of me
you guys
seeing
have a
it
good
then.
day.
All right.
All right,
Karen.
thanks, Karen.
Karen said Dowling had won 100 state titles. They've only won 10.
Kick him up a little bit.
Okay.
They've only won 10.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now it's like sense around.
Wow.
Remember those movies in the 70s? What was it, like the Poseidon Adventure? And they say it delivered in sense around. What did that mean back then?
Surround you with sound.
It was a bit. It was a different kind of sound thing that they put in, because that was a big promotion thing. I remember in the the earthquake movies. They pushed it all with sense around.
They shook the seats in a lot of theaters.
That was in the 60s.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Had things that shook the seats
when they were doing movies like Earthquake.
Yeah,
what they want to scare people.
Yeah. No, they did. They
dropped their pop all over their lap.
Did you ever go to one of those motels with magic fingers?
Oh, hell yes.
Put the quarter in the
man. That was
in the bed would bet. I never did. No,
that was luxury.
Wasn't that the 60s?
That was the 60s. But when I first came here, I had to stay for 20 minutes in a Motel 6 before I realized it was too depressing, and they had one of those things.
Oh, I've told you some of my hotel was stains, and hey, we'll turn the heat on. Why don't you go get something to eat?
Well, this thing had a TV that you 20 minutes for a quarter.
Yeah. The hotel in Bloomington, though, when we got there, had a big red stain on the. And I'm like, I can't sleep in that.
It was so depressing. I came here and slept on the floor.
Would you sleep in a hotel that had a big red stain on your bedspread?
We were on the road with a rock and roll band. Do you think
you slept in stains?
Oh, my God, of course.
Yeah, see, I draw the line at stains. Yeah. I seriously do. I don't like stains. There's not many stains that are something or a product of something positive, would you say? It's not like it's
for the most part, that's accurate.
It's not like it's like roast beef of juice that's on that bedspread.
Oh, Jesus.
Or marinara sauce.
I was speaking of stains on the carpeting and stuff.
Well,
no,
this was a bedspread. Betty. This was Betty.
Well, that ain't good.
Bloomington. Two of my worst stories, Bloomington. The other one was the heat was off, and they're like, well, just go get something to eat, and it'll be warmer when you get home.
The Motel 6 on First Avenue in Coralville, it was just...
It's still there, isn't it?
No, they got rid of it.
Isn't it? That's like a Super 7 now.
Oh, it's a super.
They remodeled everything.
Okay, I do remember it as a okay.
Yeah, it was so depressing. Seriously, I paid for it. I stayed for 20 minutes, and you know what this place looked like.
Yes.
And I was stuck here for the night. And I
was Padaski?
Huh? No,
he wasn't here
then. No, and I just slept on the floor. I go, this is horrendous. Hello.
Hey, I hate to interrupt the Stain talk. Riveting conversation. It's Greg calling from Chicago. Taylor Strimel really stepped up last night, and let's just hope she doesn't follow your normal procedure for having an interview. Great interview, great performance, and hit the transfer portal. So
no, I don't see her going to the transfer portal. No, I know you're kidding.
But no, it was a great victory, pretty bad game in my opinion.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, what rough game to watch, but nice thing. And I know, Emily Rodriguez had some tough moments, but they really are going to need her.
Oh, without question.
In my opinion, she's the only player on the roster that can create her own shot.
She's the ultimate high risk, high reward player.
But she's really good at creating her own shot.
Yes, she is.
And she plays with an edge.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Chit Chat maybe does a little bit. The problem, she's 5'4".
5'4", yeah.
Emily gets to the basket. I just. Hopefully they can live with the growing pains. But I think part of the thing is, I guess the basketball IQ, hasn't she only been playing basketball for like 3 or 4 years? And I think that goes a long way.
Yeah.
It does. And Jan said, their previous team, they did not have any kind of a team concept. It was one-on-one basketball, and she needs to be shown what team basketball is. And it'll take them some time, but she'll get there.
And I will agree with you guys watching the game last night that it got so quiet when she got hurt, and it went on for a while, and they carried her off the court, and it's never mentioned again.
I kept waiting. Okay, what was the specific? They never showed a replay or anything.
Those announcers, I thought, were just caca.
Yeah, they
terrible.
But I mean, I started.
Always appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Greg. I started watching, I think, with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. When I got on, decided, okay, I'm going to write something instead of waiting for Iowa to send stuff. So I started, and they talked about, and I'd seen someone like Talia Goodman, who covers Iowa or covers women's basketball nationally. She tweeted that but she didn't say what the injury was. So I put that in there, and like I said, when they said carry off, you assume it's a lower leg injury. Well, eventually I even wrote, but then I said I took that out and just put an injury, and kept waiting for them to provide some specifics. But in fairness to them, maybe they didn't get any updates from, because Iowa didn't seem like they wanted to talk about it much in the radio show, since they didn't ask Jan about the injury. How's Chit Chat doing? She didn't ask her that.
Watching it live, as the support staff was coming out, Chit Chat was pointing to her head. And
I'm sure it's a concussion.
I'm sure it is.
And concussions are strange. You can be back in 4 days. Sometimes it can take a long, long time.
Sometimes 2 weeks, yeah.
No, sometimes even longer than that. So hopefully it's not that. But that was good practice for Taylor Stremlow. She is clearly the point guard when Chit Chat's not in there. Boy, she had a great pass. As well as Ava Hayden played last night, she missed 2 bunnies. One was this no-look bounce pass from Stremlow. And sometimes Ava just goes too fast. And her shot can't keep up with her body. She gets too far underneath the basket and will miss. But I'm talking about somebody who had 18 and 11. Her quickness was funny to say. Baylor didn't have an answer for her quickness.
Boy, they're not the number 7 team.
No, they're not at all.
Not.
Iowa was favored.
Yes.
Yeah, these rankings right now are stupid. When I watch Baylor, outside of the Talia Scott, is that her name? Talia. I just wasn't impressed with much of anything they had.
You shouldn't be. That little the hyphenated gal, Little Page, whatever her name is. I think 0 points and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, I just saw a bunch of girls who can't shoot.
Yeah, no.
And you got to be able to shoot. The jumping and the running, all that's great. I get it, but you have to be able to shoot. And Taylor Stremlow made a huge 3. Iowa's got some decent shooters. Now, Emily missed some shots, but there's going to be nights where she's on. I mean, they needed her, and like I said, I'm not concerned about her being too aggressive. I would be concerned about her being too passive. I mean, I think that's been Addie Deal's problem. She's just too passive. Yeah. She just seems kind of overwhelmed by the circumstances.
And she's a good shooter, too, and we haven't seen that much of that yet.
Because she's just not – it doesn't seem like she's just pressing right now. Mm-hmm. But, no, she didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. Did she play at all in the second half?
I don't think so. She only played 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and Journey Houston played 6. And then you take Chit Chat out. That rotation was down to 7 players. Tegan Mulaney, did she play at all?
Never played.
So you're seeing that rotation is really shrinking. So maybe it's not going to be as a 10, 11-person rotation as we see the competition.
If last night is...
Because Jan was living in the moment last night. As a coach, your mind's working. Do I want to put these people in? You said that Addie had a really bad foul.
She did.
And Jan's probably like, if she's not in it tonight, we got to win this game. You go with who is winning for you.
Well, she pushed the right buttons, and we came away with a hard-earned victory, and tomorrow's game's going to be tough.
Iowa's 28-11 under Jan now. They got a big – I mean, say what you want. It's still Baylor. I know it.
For sure.
They're not anywhere close to where they were under Kim Mulkey.
No.
And that's – I mean, as much as she is obnoxious and an attention getter, she is a good coach.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who their coach is now. But, no, that's a big win. And now they play Miami. Miami's not ranked, I believe. I don't believe, are they?
I don't believe so.
Which means they're probably better than Baylor.
And they're undefeated.
And they press. Yeah. Baylor seemed content with just slowing it down, turning it into sort of a meat grinder. My guess is because they can't shoot.
Yeah, so, and they can't, except for Scott.
She can shoot. But a lot of those shots she took were not high-percentage shots. No? And she made some, she missed some. But no, big win. I mean, Baylor slowed it down. Iowa showed that it could play at that pace, low-scoring, 57-52 game, and good win for the Hawks.
And, tomorrow Addie Deal's going to have to play because we're guard short.
Well, this is what's interesting because I'm sure when they recruited her and over the summer, they figured Addie Deal was going to be in their 8-person rotation.
Absolutely.
And right now she's not.
No.
And it's not easy for them to make that decision, but at some point you got to deliver on the court, and she just hasn't been able to do it. I don't want to be overly critical because it's still early. She's only a freshman, but she was a 5-star who played in a lot of these big events, they say, and she just hasn't seemed, not ready for prime time yet? That's kind of where she is right now, it seems like. The fact that she did not play at all in the second half is pretty telling.
Well, she's moved up a notch with Chit Chat being out.
So now she's 9th. Because she was 10th in the rotation. Because the last game I covered at home, she was the 5th player to come off the bench.
Yeah, our freshmen really didn't do much of anything. They didn't have much of a chance last night, but they didn't do much when they were in.
Yeah, Layla.
Layla looked out of
part of that too. Like Jan said, Ava was hot.
Yeah,
they're going to have nights where Layla. There's been nights where Ava hasn't been hot.
Yeah,
and Layla will step up. But that's going to be harder for Layla to do as the competition gets better. Ava's got a year under her belt, and I think you'll see that kind of maybe separate the two. But I still think Layla's going to be a factor throughout the whole season. She's going to have to be. And then, of course, Stokey. She had a little scare. She was out briefly.
She was,
but they didn't explain anything.
It was ankle.
It was ankle. I assume because But the announcers again they never said anything specific about her injury. They just leave you to guess if you weren't watching at the time it was happening. Who were the announcers? Wasn't that ESPN too?
Yes, they were awful, and I don't like to bitch about announcers and stuff, but they were so clearly in favor of Baylor that
I didn't notice that, but I wasn't paying attention that way because I was just writing and stuff. But they were.
I almost turned off the sound.
Why would they be afraid? Why would
I have no. Well, ESPN there.
Yeah, but why? If you're an announcer, if you're not affiliated, why would you care who wins a game like that? Unless you have some affiliation.
It seemed clear to me. Of course, that maybe
TV
that's
markets.
Just me being a homer. But
maybe it's you.
TV markets.
Homer. Yeah. He's admitted to being a homer.
Hello.
Yeah, I thought Jen Jensen made a really good move last night. When Chit Chat went down, there was this big guy came out of the stands, and I'm assuming it was her dad, and then they started carrying her off, and he started walking back. Jan went over there, grabbed him, and said, "You go with her." So she sent him down with what
good.
I'm assuming was his daughter.
That's good, yeah. That's good to hear. Yeah, Jan's a good head coach, good person.
And I've seen that happen before in high school games where people get hurt and the parents said, go down or go down.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thanks. No, if you're a parent in that situation, I think you have a right to be with your kid.
You bet.
I don't care how old they are.
100%.
Especially a head injury. I mean, that's a tough thing to deal with. So hopefully she'll be okay. Like, again, that's us. We'd be in a lot different mood if it was a knee injury.
Yeah.
I mean, if she had blown her knee out and you just knew she was done, it'd be really, because they're going to need her. I mean, they don't want to go long distance without her. She's better than I thought she was going to be. But they do have some nice options. I mean, Taylor Stremlo's something good to fall back on.
She stepped up last night.
Yeah.
She
but
did.
No, you're right, though. Addie Deal needs to step up.
She does.
They really need her. She's a 5-star who's got this opportunity now, and she needs to step up and seize the moment.
And Kylie's just not a scorer.
No.
I mean, she's
and she's going to foul out of games like this because she works so hard on defense.
That's right.
And but no, she's not a scorer. And there's going to be games this year where Kylie's on the bench when they need scoring, and she's okay with that.
Yeah, and Taylor McCabe played well last night.
She
had a lot of rebounds.
She had 8,
and I think she hit 3 threes.
Yeah, no, she had 8 rebounds.
2 threes.
Yeah, she played well, and you need that from her. You need more than just threes. I mean,
and she had that one play at the end.
Stole the inbounds. Well, that was the game right there.
That was.
They got back. Rodriguez made a basket. That was crazy, too. Rodriguez had just missed and made a bunch of mistakes, and still, you think that phased her? No,
Not
she went up,
bit.
and then Taylor right away steals the inbound. Boom, 56-51, game over.
Yep.
That was pretty much it.
And that was that play was something, though. That kid just threw it right.
Yeah,
right to Taylor.
That was weird. But it'll be interesting to see where Baylor is. But I'm guessing by the end of the season, they're probably not in the top 20.
That would be my guess.
And I'm not sure how good they're in the Big 12 now. It's hard to even keep these conferences.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good is the Big 12. Well, I mean, Iowa
State's good.
Iowa State's better than Baylor.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think Audie Crooks would feast on that team. Now, Baylor's better on defense than they are on offense. I mean, Baylor's is like a lot of these teams that have great athletes, can jump and run and defend and cut,
but they can't
shoot. And you need shooters. There were so many times in Caitlin's time at Iowa where they played more athletic teams, but Iowa would end up winning because they just had better shooters. Iowa was never more athletic than Maryland when Caitlin was here.
No.
And they did lose a couple times to Maryland, but they also beat them better shooters. I'll tell you what, Maryland looks pretty good this year.
No, they're real good this year. They got that Garzon from Indiana.
I think Brenda has been tired of being good, but not elite, and I think they've really taken a step up. That's going to be interesting to see.
Kaylee Schmeichel is real good.
Wasn't she from Ohio? Was she at Ohio State?
Or Penn State? She was transfer for sure.
She was another transfer, but that's the game. I mean, well, look at Iowa. Some of Iowa's best players are transfers. You got to play the game.
Yeah, well, that's the game now.
And then Iowa now they play Miami on. They get a day. It's nice they get a day. It's nice they get a day to
that's 7
practice,
o'clock.
prepare.
I think Saturday.
They play Miami, which, like Jan said in her post game, has like 6 different presses that they use. So Miami's probably sensing it. They're sensing let's try to move in for the kill. But Iowa's going to say, hey, we got a lot more than just Chit Chat. She's a great player, but we can survive this. And to me, it'll be interesting to see if Ava can. I'd say the biggest problem with Ava so far, wouldn't you say, has been consistency? She has a game like she had last night. Now, this next game, she may get 4. She needs to sustain this. Now, if she gets another double-double and leaves here with 2 double-doubles, that's going to be a major building block for her.
Ava had a kind of a rough start last night. She didn't seem quite in the flow.
Well, their offense, they had
we had a 7-0 lead.
Well, but Iowa also had numerous scoring droughts in the second quarter, and Baylor had an 11-0 scoring run in the second quarter, too. So, and then Baylor led by 7 points, but Iowa stayed the course, and eventually I think Baylor's inability to put the ball in the basket caught up with them. And Stremlo rose to the occasion. She had 10 points in the second half. She had 12 points and 4 assists. I mean, that's what they needed.
And I think it was our interview that spurred.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And I'll remind Iowa
stay on top of things.
These athletes are going to be beating down that door to get in here for interviews. You see that?
I could see that.
Would you have
Lang beating down the door?
Would you have Lang and Hunter out there to kind of keep them out?
Somebody beating down the door. I can see that happening.
Eventually? But not necessarily for an interview.
No, or athletes.
Or athletes? Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we got Iowa football tomorrow.
Looking forward to that.
Michigan State, 0-7. Not very good. I think Iowa's going to lay a beat down tomorrow. I just got a feeling that they're going to
I feel that, too.
Take out a lot of frustration.
I feel that, too. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
I've been wrong many times before, but I just sense – for a number of reasons. At senior day, this team has been so close and it's frustrated. It's a good team. And Michigan State's not very good. They're just, this Jonathan Smith experiment is not. It's failed miserably.
It's not gone well.
I'm guessing they'll at the most give him one more year. But if they just lose, if they get pounded by Iowa and then lose I don't know who they play in their last game. But it's just not to be 0-7 in year 2. In this day and age, you're just asking to be fired.
No, that isn't good.
No,
and this year too, I mean, it's risky to be looking for a coach.
It is because there's so many. And I didn't when I saw that it was Jonathan Smith. I'm like, really? It just didn't work for me. I don't know why. I mean, he had some success at Oregon State, and he was a former quarterback, but it just didn't seem a good fit, and so far it hasn't panned out.
Year 2
watch him
come
in and just play lights out tomorrow. Iowa's down 28-0 at halftime. That ain't happening.
They smacked us last year.
They did. Different circumstances. It was there. Yep. Childs was playing well at that point, and Iowa wasn't as good as they are this year. They weren't as good a team last year. I just don't. This Iowa team has yet to lose to an inferior opponent. Last year's team did that a couple times, to where maybe it wasn't as good as we thought. I still think this team is good. It's just not elite. And I think as a good team, it'll beat Michigan State at home on senior day. I think these seniors are going to rally this team. I think the fans are going to come out fired up. And, I mean, they like this senior class. And Iowa fans love Mark Gronowski. God, I found that out. I wrote a column.
I read your article,
and it's weird. Mark Gronowski maybe is my favorite player. He's who I enjoy interviewing the most. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He's a great guy, a good dude, whatever you want to call him. But you can think that and still question whether the NIL investment worked, can't you?
Without being, you can.
I mean, some of the stuff. Oh, how do you still have a job? You hack. But I saw him at Hy-Vee the other day. He's homeless. I mean, just all the same tired rhetoric from the same burner account. And then I love the ones that come out and rip you. And the account was opened in November of 25. It's got like 5 people it follows, and it's always Barstool Iowa. It's so much of that is just Barstool burner account, just idiots. But because they're mad because I wrote that Gronowski hasn't. I'm not saying he hasn't lived up, but Tom, you're objective.
I agree 100%.
It hasn't worked.
I agreed with your article completely.
And I went out of my way to praise him in a lot of ways.
And you should.
But what's funny is even Gronowski said that the passing offense hasn't worked. Clicked.
Any moron can see that our passing game isn't good.
But I had this one guy, Pat, be better. We're in such a better place with Mark. He's such a good young man. The offense is markedly better. No, it's not. It's arguably worse than last year because they ran for more yards last year. The passing is exactly where it's been, about 120 to 130 yards a game.
One of the worst in the country.
And that's no criticism on Mark as a person. And all I was doing, they were mad that I questioned whether the NIL deal worked. Well, I'm questioning it. And I think
question away.
And it's just, I mean, they paid him a lot of money. And you can say, well, has it worked for Mark too? Because you can start to say now, well, obviously, maybe it's not just the quarterbacks they're getting. Maybe there is just something deeply embedded in this system that's wrong. Because there's a lot of quarterbacks that have played since Nate Stanley, and it hasn't worked for any of them.
Well, it can't be all of them.
I mean, I don't know.
It really can't be all of them.
We didn't have very good quarterbacks.
No, and I will say, Cade McNamara was not a good. That was just.
He was damaged goods.
He was. They shouldn't have got. I don't know what they saw in him. I'm using hindsight, but the Gronowski one, I just didn't see the passing still being this bad.
No.
How many quarterbacks have they had that it hasn't been?
Well, you had Nate Stanley. I always think everything from Nate Stanley on. Nate Stanley was not great, but he was a 3-year starter who threw for over 8,000 yards and 68 touchdowns. So he at least reached a certain level.
I thought
Since
he was
then,
pretty
they've
good.
had Spencer Petras, Alex Padilla, Joey Labus, Jackson Stratton,
Marco Lyonez.
Marco Lainez played a little bit. I'm trying to think of who have actually started games. Brendan Sullivan, Cade McNamara, and Deacon Hill, and now
Mark.
And none of them have come close to playing very well as passers.
No.
I mean, they've handed off well and watched the guys, but none
And
of
Mark Gronowski has been a great runner.
He's one of the greatest runners. In just 10 games, he's one of the greatest runners in program history.
Yes,
you could
so
argue.
no question.
But as far as the passing, it just hasn't worked. And like he said, something's missing. He said that, and yet I just got attacked by some of these people that just resented the fact that I questioned. They seem to think that I was questioning Gronowski as a person. No, not at all. I'm just wondering if you're Iowa, when you look back, well, was that money well spent? I mean, we didn't achieve what we wanted, and the passing game didn't improve.
I mean, I suppose someone could say, well, if Mark wasn't here, what would we do? We don't know.
They probably would have averaged somewhere between 120 and 140 passing yards.
And probably would be now maybe, I don't know, 5-5.
Or maybe still just 6-4. I mean, the passing yards are no much different than they were when Deacon Hill was playing.
No, they're not.
They're really not. That's what's so weird. And some Iowa fans don't want to acknowledge that, and I don't get it. They were quick to turn on McNamara. I mean, and I'm not saying I want them to turn on. Just look at it objectively. You can be a great guy, and you can acknowledge the things that he's done to make it better. He's a great teammate.
A great leader.
He's a great leader. He's a great teammate. He's a great person. He's all those things.
But he has
he's
not
a great
been
runner,
a good passer.
But he has not been a good passer, and he's even said that some of it's been mechanical. He just hasn't been a good passer. And then there aren't great receivers. There's some decent ones, but they're not great.
No.
And all that stuff is just kind of combined forces and made for another below-average passing attack.
Well, it's not even below average. It's the worst.
Worst, and I mean, Mark's averaging 121 passing yards a game in 2025. That's like averaging 60 yards rushing a game in the 80s. It's just not keeping up with the times.
No.
And so, but man, I just was surprised that, I'll tell you, Iowa fans love him. He's going to get a nice ovation tomorrow, as he should.
As he should.
As he should. And I would just wouldn't it be funny if he threw for like 300 tomorrow? I would like him to get at least, you think he gets 200?
No.
He says that with like pain in his voice.
No, I don't.
Do you think he gets 150?
Maybe.
I'm thinking they're going to run well enough to where
that's it.
I mean, Michigan State's given up over 150 runs. They're not a great run defense.
No.
And they're going to want to run. They're going to, I think they're going to want to play ball control, and I just think they're going to be able to run well. I think Kirk, it was funny, he was being, and fair enough for the media to ask. You have to. They were asking about the 3 linemen. None of those injuries to the 3 linemen sound like they were serious.
Yeah.
They just couldn't play. But it sounds like they're going to be back. But Kirk didn't want to say, and that's his prerogative. I get that. But it's also the media's prerogative to ask.
Yes.
He didn't have to answer, but I'm glad that the media was asking. That's a fair question.
Hello.
Hi, guys. Good show once again.
Okay.
Hey, is Gronowski, will he get drafted, do you think?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I would be surprised, but who knows? What are there, 7 rounds?
He's probably going to get a shot with somebody.
Oh, he'll get a shot. I mean,
but I don't know that he's going to get drafted.
I don't see him being an NFL. I don't know. know if he throws well enough.
Well, I think he'll be a
Whatever he
UFA.
does, though, he's going to be highly successful. He's very bright. He's got a mechanical engineering degree. He's going to be just
And
fine.
he's probably got a couple $1 million in the bank.
Oh, I'm sure
from
he does.
coming to the University of Iowa.
Yeah.
So he's got a good start.
I'd like to see him go down the field. Let's not get our running backs pounded. Build up some confidence in him.
Well, it's a little late for that. It's the last
the last
home game.
home game.
I get what you're saying, but we've been saying that 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But they're doing what they feel
safe.
safe doing. They're not going downfield because they don't trust the downfield passing
That's
back.
Okay. Do you think, he was good at the lower level. Once he got with the big boys, it's a different game.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, at South Dakota State, he almost always had the best team. He was Ohio State at that level.
That's right.
And at Iowa, he doesn't always have the best team. It's just different circumstances.
Take care, fellas.
All right, thanks.
That was Wally.
And with that,
Is it Ollie?
Ollie, Wally,
That was Ollie checking in.
Oxenfree, whatever.
You want to take a break?
I think with that call, we need to take a break to regroup.
I'm opening the door to death here. All right.
All right, we'll be back.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember.
For a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, 13 and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site, so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Hertine and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Hertine and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HertineandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
Hi, this is Jill Sterner with Sterner Taxidermy in Lone Tree. It's hunting season again, and I'm inviting all of you hunters to follow us on our Facebook page. You can view Dirk's award-winning artistry, his workmanship that he completes with each individual piece. We can be reached at 319-330-1774. Again, 319-330-1774.
Hi, I'm Jim Street, owner of Streets Maintenance. As a licensed, insured, and bonded master plumber, I specialize in all plumbing repairs, including but not limited to water heater and sump pumps to toilet and faucet repairs and replacements. As an Iowa City native, I know how frustrating it can be when any part of your plumbing system breaks down. That's why I only use trusted brands and quality materials. I offer same-day, next-day service coupled with a fair price. I also offer general services to mobile homes. For more information about my business, I'm online at streetsmaintenance.com and Facebook, or give me a call at 400-4483. 400-4483.
Streets Maintenance. Honest plumbing at a fair price.
Once upon a time in the land of the Hawkeyes, a business grew. A business that would become synonymous with real estate. Hi, I'm Steve Anderson of Hawkeye Title and Settlement. When you're buying or selling your home, you'll need title and settlement services. Consider the Hawkeye Title and Settlement team. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 390-3703, or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. But it's time for something new. It's still where you need to go for deer divots and door dings, as well as damaged dashboards. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Why not say, when your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier? I think Dad's going to love that. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Be a deer and call Premier Auto Body in North Liberty.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy 20,000 square foot indoor facility holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
Hanging lights is a pain. Dealing with blown bulbs, dangerous installations, and the endless rat's nest of cords, there's got to be a better way, and now there is. Illuma Lights permanent outdoor lighting from Big Dog Tech. Illuma Lights provides illumination for every occasion. Holiday lighting, accent lights, security, and of course, lighting for the best season, football season. The Illuma Lights app lets you create your own patterns with color, motion, brightness, and static control over every individual light, or use Big Dog's presets to transform your home or business. The professionally installed track system makes Illuma Lights LEDs virtually disappear until you turn them on. Rated at 50,000 hours, you'll enjoy stress-free convenience for years to come. No more ladders, no more hooks, no more wifey's dirty looks. That's the song you'll be singing all year long with Illuma Lights permanent outdoor lighting from Big Dog Tech. Find out more at BigDogTek.net or call 319-395-0800. When you go to a family restaurant, you want 3 things. 1, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. 2, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And 3, you want to be treated like family. You get all 3 at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. Daily specials at each location, and no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you. GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit Supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
Hi, this is Tiffany at Senior Benefits. Are you confused with Medicare questions, anything having to do with Medicare? I take care of all Medicare customers, people under 65. I also do life insurance, long-term care, cancer insurance. I'm here to help you navigate any questions that you may be having or frustrations and anxiety that you may have with Medicare or insurance in general. Give me, Tiffany Rao, a call at 319-631-4795.
When someone is kind enough to share their time with us, we better make it worth their while.
They don't want to do people call it the game, right?
Patrick Gades and Terry Adams of Deary Brothers Ford talk about what here for you means to them.
You don't have to spend a half a day in our dealership to get that good competitive price. We just want to try to deliver that to you up front.
And that makes me feel good, makes me proud.
Because that's what people want. They want a fair, honest deal.
As far as a statement here for you, we want to not just say it, but live it.
Find out what it means to you at Deary Ford in Iowa City.
Hello, this is Bill Leixnering from the Oxyoke Inn, inviting you to a place where you have your choice of 4 portion sizes. And when you order our famous family style, you can take your leftovers home. To a place where You can make reservations online at oxyokin.com or by calling and speaking to a person at the Oxyoke. A place where, compared to a hotel, our private banquet rooms are very affordable. But most important, our fresh food is prepared to order, and our servers have a passion for serving you. At the Oxyoke, we've been practicing since 1940, serving daily with a brunch buffet on Sundays. Oxyoke Inn, in the heart of Amana, where you'll always leave happy.
From the Hertine and Stalker Studios in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Hertine and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
We have some absolutely spectacular weather coming our way this weekend, and that is going to continue into early next week, and then some big and cold changes headed our way by Thanksgiving and through the Thanksgiving weekend. Today, mostly cloudy. Could catch a sprinkle or two this afternoon, 49. Tonight, we will gradually clear out with a low dropping to 29. Tomorrow, sunshine, 55 on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 60. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Right now, it's 39.
KCJJ weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply, kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
We're back.
We are back.
Better than ever.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
The bar is as low as it can get.
Yeah, the bar never. Hey, there's a call.
Just step right over.
That's office.
Oh, it's office. That's money. That's not chatter.
Yeah.
And of course, no one's there to answer it.
Hunter's here.
Just ringing.
Hunter.
Poor guy's got pneumonia and he's just carrying this.
He
place.
doesn't have pneumonia.
He's carrying this place.
Doesn't have pneumonia.
He just went outside to get some fresh air. His lungs were just saying, "God, get out of here."
He's always like that. He
That's
doesn't
true.
have pneumonia anymore.
So
you get over it.
He had it like 2 days ago. When did he officially not have it anymore? When did it end?
About 2 days ago.
So when was he diagnosed? Was that last week? See, I thought this all just recently happened. Like,
no, I don't remember. This has been a blur to me.
It started with Walker.
Yeah. He had
just short of 2 weeks ago.
He had pneumonia.
He had walking pneumonia.
I've got this cold.
And he brought it in here?
Cold's going on for how long?
You've had that for a while.
Yeah.
For at least 2 weeks.
It's ridiculous.
But you do seem a little better. Doesn't he seem a little better?
Yeah.
A little more pep in your step, even though you're tired.
A little bouncier.
A little bouncier. Friday, I think you've got a big weekend plan.
Oh, God.
I mean, Friday night, what do you got going tonight?
Dateline, 8 o'clock.
Hello. A show or?
Hey, Tom. Brack here, out walking Chip, listening to the show.
Hey, what's up?
That last caller, that wasn't Ollie or Wally. That was Bird Dog.
Bird
That
Dog?
was his nickname in baseball at City High.
Was it really? Bird Dog.
That's Bird Dog. Call him Bird Dog.
Hey, Bird Dog.
All right.
Got it. Well, thanks for
Hey,
that,
I
Brack.
haven't been paying attention. This is not going to be Kurt's last game at Kinnick, is it?
Boy, I sure hope not.
I don't know.
All right.
That's a good, fair question.
It is a fair question.
I don't have a feeling either way. I mean, if he does decide to retire, of course, that's his prerogative. If he decides to come back another year, that's his prerogative. He still has, even if this team goes 7-6 or 6-7, he's not going to get fired.
No.
Now, if they go 6-7, it's going to be not a fun offseason.
No. Not fun at all.
All right, thanks, man.
Yep.
I'll
Hey,
let you
thanks.
know.
Thanks for the call, Brad.
But I just don't see them losing to Michigan State. I'm not convinced they're going to beat Nebraska there. But I'm pretty convinced they're going to win tomorrow.
No, and it's funny that one of the first game I saw Latif play, I said, God, this guy, he can run, but this guy sucks. He was like 5 for 7 for 7 yards. And then the second game, he was lights out.
No, he had a chance to work with the first-team offense for a week. And what concerns me from Iowa's perspective is that he can run and extend plays, whereas Raiola couldn't.
Exactly.
Raiola just sits back there like a statue, finally waiting for someone to get open because he's always trusted his arm.
Mm-hmm.
And now with this new quarterback, that's going to be something Iowa's going to have to shadow him, and that just changes the way you defend. Now, with Kirk, I've gone back and forth on this. There's been times this year where I think it's his last year, and I know there's a narrative out there. He seems even more emotional this year. I mean, Kirk's always cried at little special things, and willed a tear, what have you. But he has seemed extra emotional this year. But I don't know. I go back and forth. One day I can convince myself that this is it. The next day I can convince myself that he's going to coach one more year. Then when you say this is it, why? Well, he's broken the record. I mean, he's the Big Ten's all-time winningest coach. And so that maybe gives you some finality there. But he still seems to enjoy it a lot. I mean, he is 70, but he's in good health. You know, it's not like being a football coach means you have to climb 10 flights of stairs every day. You can choose to work out as much as you want. You can be as lazy as you want as a football coach. I know Kirk walks every day regularly. He stays in good shape. So we'll see. I'm one of these guys, when you say I hope it's not, I get that. But I'm also one of these guys that says you shouldn't fear change either.
No, and I get that, too.
The narrative I get tired of around here, well, God, if we hire the wrong guy, we could easily hire the wrong guy, then we're back in the 70s. Okay. But you might hire the right guy and be even better. Don't always think
that's always possible.
That was 50 years ago, that stuff, and I get that. But Kirk's not going to coach here forever. They're going to have to hire somebody else someday. So don't be afraid of change when it happens. Try to take advantage of change, and that's what my guess is that's kind of how Beth Getz looks at this. She's like, hey, Kirk's got the right to keep coaching. This program's still on pretty solid footing.
But she's got a short list.
Oh, you have to.
She does.
She definitely has a short list. And it maybe changes weekly.
Yeah.
And so we shall see. And at the beginning of this year, I said I would absolutely call Matt Campbell. I'm not sure I would do that as much now because they haven't had a good year.
No, they haven't.
I don't think he's had a good year coaching. I know they've had some injuries, but injuries are part of it. Iowa's had injuries. And Iowa's played, I think, a tougher schedule than Iowa State. Iowa State's been a disappointment this year. So, I mean, like if he announced the day after this season ends that he's retiring, who would be your first thought is this is who I want as my coach? Is there anybody out there that you specifically, personally, and now you got to be realistic about it. You can't say Nick Saban or what if Belichick and his little honey decided to come to Iowa City? Would you like that?
No.
Would you like that, Captain? We get him in here to interview, but she comes in before and says what we can ask him. What would you say?
know, I've seen like 2 or 3 interviews. I can't stand her.
Yeah, no, I can't either.
I mean, seriously, she is. He's a pussy.
And now I look at him as sort of a clown.
Well, it is. And I'm not doing the age thing so much as.
But
who
it's
the
there.
hell is she?
He's 50.
He's
50 years older than her.
I understand that.
Well,
but
you know what she's doing.
He was
make a name for herself.
Yeah, just shut the hell up and let him answer the question.
He was actually probably hearing from AARP when she was born.
Yeah.
They start hitting you at 50, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
No, honest
absolutely.
to God, she just doesn't shut up.
No.
And they're trying to interview him, and she won't shut up. And he's not bad enough to tell her to shut up.
I think he likes the fact that she's being mean to the people, so he doesn't have to.
Maybe not bad enough is the right term.
Yeah, I don't. It's a clown show.
It really is.
And he's not doing very well either.
No,
it's
they're not.
sad.
It is kind of pathetic.
I expected more out of him.
It's kind of pathetic. I mean, imagine, I always kind of put. I mean, Kirk obviously is not Belichick as a coach, but sort of. I always thought Belichick had a little bit. I'm not sure what the word is I'm looking for, but you imagine Kirk doing something like that?
No.
I mean, seriously.
No, and I can't imagine Mary doing it.
But I guarantee you, there's probably an attractive 25-year-old woman out there that would hook her saddle to Kirk Ferentz if she thought it would give her money and fame.
Yeah,
sure.
That's just the world we live in.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, if you can do it, you can do it. I mean, this girl, how did she?
It's ridiculous. What the hell do you talk about? Jesus Christ.
Well, she's too old to talk about Clifford now, but yeah, what does she talk to him about? Like Saved by the Bell?
Yeah. Saved by the Bell.
She's too young for Saved by. Those guys are in their
sexual techniques, I think.
Isn't Saved by the Bell? Aren't those guys in their 50s?
Yeah. Yes.
They're like in their 50s.
Yes. Hello.
Woken by the Bell.
I think if Kirk retires this year, I'm 95% sure the next head coach will be Pat Fitzgerald.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not 95%. Why are you 95% sure what are you hearing to make you say that?
just his comments, like he wants to have a program to build, and it just like he describes Iowa.
Okay, but that
a
seems
solid
like
program.
That seems like a pretty big leap to take that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I would be surprised.
And I know what you're saying. I mean, he's done it. He's been successful, reasonably successful.
But they were really struggling
at a place that it's hard to be successful.
But I mean, his last couple of years, they went 2-10,
yes.
and they had some really down seasons.
Very much so.
And I mean, to me, if you would have said 50%, but 95%, like it's a done deal, I just would be really surprised by that.
Me too. And my guess it'd more likely be somebody on staff.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be the case.
My next question to you guys is, what's the difference between Iowa football and Indiana football?
Well,
I mean, right now,
Indiana hired a coach who was really hot at the time. He brought his players with him. They got major donations in NIL right at the right time. Mark Cuban made a big donation. They took that NIL. But this guy was ready to explode with his offense, with his way of doing things, and it's just been lightning in a bottle. Now, will they sustain? I don't know. But they have a lot more NIL money. But he had really good players at James Madison. That Sherratt, the receiver.
Obviously.
Yeah, really good players. Yeah. And he added other players. They've done a better job twice now of getting quarterbacks from the portal than Iowa has. Mendoza's better than Gronowski. He just is.
By a lot.
Not even close.
If we got a couple big donors like Indiana did and hire the right next head coach, we could be an Indiana.
Oh, yes, anyone could do it. Yeah.
If Indiana can do it,
anyone can do it.
Anybody can do it.
Illinois can do it. Purdue can. Anyone can do it.
There's almost no program out there with a worse football tradition than Indiana. There isn't.
No, and they did it.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and I'm not dismissing Fitzgerald or anyone on the staff, but I just don't think they're going to go. My problem with the staff is no one's been a head coach but Tim Lester, and he got fired.
Lester.
I just think hire a head coach. I mean, LeVar Woods, as much as I respect what he's done, he's never been a head coach.
Yeah.
He's never coached beyond the coordination of special teams. That's
Coach Wallace has never.
Coach Wallace has never. I just think you need to hire. Don't sell themselves short. And I'm not disrespecting those guys, but if it was me, it's Iowa football. Go out and get another head coach. Go out and get a proven head coach. That's what I would do. That's just me. And who knows what Beth is going to do. Kirk will have some say on who gets the job. And a lot will depend on who applies for the job, too. Everyone is so quick to, well, God, we'll get people lining up for this job. Well, when Hayden retired in 98, they didn't get people. I mean, they interviewed Don Patterson, Chuck Long, Kirk Ferentz, Bob Stoops, and Terry Allen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody was... Well, of all those people, name-wise, Chuck Long was probably the biggest name because of what he did as an Iowa quarterback. Mm-hmm. Stoops was a coordinator at the time. Nobody hardly even knew who Kirk Ferentz was, and Iowa fans were pleading for Terry Allen not to get the job. They thought he was Bowlesby's guy, which he was. And then Don Patterson, that interview, I think, was done mostly out of respect. Don even said on here he didn't think he had a chance to get the job. But I think they owed it to him because he'd been a devoted Hayden assistant for years and risen up to coordinator and what have you. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. A lot of it's going to depend on who wants the job, who they go out and get.
Well, and it's a good job to have.
Yeah, I think you can do a lot worse than the Iowa coaching job. Now, there's better jobs. I mean, right now you could argue Indiana's a better job because they have more NIL money.
Yeah.
And they're a hotter brand right now. I mean, Iowa's got a bigger stadium, better tradition, but stadium, tradition, everyone's in the now. I mean, this stuff about tradition, it doesn't matter to these guys. Right now, Indiana football, these guys that are looking at it, they couldn't have cared less where Indiana football was 3 years ago. They're looking at it where it is now, and they love it, and they love the NIL checks and what have you. So, but Indiana's also the kind of thing, Signetti could leave after this year, and they hire the wrong coach, and they're back to 3-9 in a year.
Immediately.
Yeah, it could happen. Signetti is just lightning in a bottle. How long he can sustain it, I don't know. But now, obviously...
Well, we'll find out more next year because he won't have those James Madison guys are all going to be gone.
Yeah, but he's shown the ability. His recruiting has picked up. They're in on 4- and 5-star guys. What's funny is Cash Herrera just decommitted from Indy.
I saw that.
Now, whether they pulled from him or he pulled, there's so much we don't know behind the scenes. They may have been recruiting over him, but I'm guessing, I wonder if he'll eventually stay out west. He's from California. He was committed to Iowa, committed to Indiana, and now he's decommitted. Maybe he'll find a place closer home. I don't know.
He does have one of the best football names ever.
That's a good name.
It is.
Yeah, and obviously, if two Big Ten schools were interested in him and liked him enough to offer him, he's obviously pretty skilled. So, yeah, I just saw that yesterday. But, no, that's a fair question. But, yeah, if Indiana can do it, anybody can do it. And that's kind of what Cignetti has shown. And in some ways, he's made it harder for these other coaches now to make excuses. Because ADs can look and say, okay, well, Indiana can do it. Why can't we're giving you this NIL money? Win.
Yep.
But Indiana,
no doubt.
Indiana does have good NIL.
Yes, they do.
And like this caller said, well, if we could just get a couple billionaires, I mean, are there any billionaires walking through the door anytime soon here in Iowa to all of a sudden just prop up these sports teams? I don't know of any.
No.
Do you? I mean, John Papajohn's not alive
Then
anymore.
John Colleton just died.
Bill Jacobson's been dead for years.
Well, there's billionaires here, but they're not.
But they're not like. I'm not talking
yeah.
about. We're talking. Yeah, there's. So,
Yeah.
How many billionaires are in the state of Iowa? I think I googled that one time, and I thought there was maybe none or one.
Yeah, I don't know.
See if there are. Because, and also there's a difference between someone who's worth like 1 or 2 billion and somebody who's worth like 50 billion. I mean, so someone like that it's easier to throw away money. But I don't know. Iowa just doesn't like. Is it Arkansas that has Tyson
One
Chicken?
billionaire.
Well, Iowa has one billionaire.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Harry Stein, an agricultural entrepreneur.
Where's he live?
Who made his fortune licensing corn and soybean genetics.
Can you imagine becoming a billionaire licensing soybean genetics? I'll tell you, the American dream, isn't it, Captain?
Yeah. He licensed them to Monsanto, Syngenta, and other giants.
Wow. Well,
Iowa's richest man.
That's the American dream right there.
He's on the Forbes 400.
Does it say if he's a Hawkeye or a Cyclone Panther? Maybe he's a Bulldog. And does it say how much he's worth?
Nope.
So, yeah, one billionaire in the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
It's somebody none of us have heard of. And that's part of the challenge. That's part of why they're trying to get smaller donations from larger groups. And we haven't had Brad on for a while. But have you heard anything of? I haven't heard anything
he was
good or
Hawk
bad.
of the Year, named Hawk of the Year.
Brad?
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserves a lot of recognition for the time and energy, and I'm sure.
And I think doesn't he get honored this weekend?
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
And he
during the game they're going to honor him, have him out on the field.
That I'm not positive of, but I'm not positive.
Well, if you want to try to get him on sometime in the next few days, reach out to him. I mean, we can kind of give him some recognition, well deserved, because he's worked hard doing this stuff. It's not easy. It is not easy, and it's just the pressure's building. I mean, these teams are going to continue to spend, and but that Indiana, it's just never would have expected this could happen. I just did not think this was capable of happening. But Cignetti has just every button he pushes seems to work.
Boy, it sure seems to.
I mean, I had never
We should have beaten them, but we didn't.
I had never really heard of Fernando Mendoza much last year. I had heard of Gronowski more, and yet, who would you rather have?
Oh, Mendoza for sure.
Yeah, he could be a first or second round NFL draft pick.
Yeah,
he's that good.
Well, he might be your Heisman Trophy winner.
He might be.
As well.
He might be. I haven't really given much thought to that. God, that vote's coming up here not too far from now. That will be interesting. I really haven't given a lot of consideration. I know it's not going to be Arch Manning.
No.
Even though it was funny, ESPN was doing a promo for a Texas game, and they mentioned the opponent will be facing, instead of Texas, they said Arch Manning. And he's not even that good. And yet, ESPN is just infatuated with the Manning product and brand. And
what is Texas? Are they like 8-2
or 7-3, something like that? Yeah, he's been average. I mean, he's had some decent passing yard games and what have you, but he has not. I mean, Athlon had him as the number one contender for the Heisman Trophy.
No way.
It's just he was completely overrated. Not his fault. He's not doing it. But the family
he's
name
young.
and his uncles aren't doing it, but people just latch on to that Manning hysteria and they just give him the benefit of the doubt, and now they look stupid for how they ranked him.
Well, he's young. He could still become great. You know,
He could. He could, but like I said, I just when I watched him for the first time, I thought I saw some mechanical issues. I was underwhelmed after reading so much about how great he was. But that's sometimes where these rankings can be misleading.
Well, we were expecting him to be absolutely lights out, and he hasn't been.
And were you expecting Gronowski to be lights out? I never was.
I thought he was going to be a better passer than he is. I did not expect him to be able to run like he does.
Yeah, I thought he would be a good runner. Maybe not quite as effective as physical.
10,000 yards
but
is a lot of yards.
I thought he would be a better passer.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought the offense would do things to make him a better passer, but I don't think neither has happened. He's missed a lot of throws, but he also hasn't had a ton of wide open targets downfield.
Had our share of drops.
He has had good pass protection. Partly, though, that's a credit to him because I think some teams kind of delay going at him at full force because they know he's going to come right back to them as a runner. So they're sort of waiting, kind of creating a pocket around him to try to contain him. And he's been able to run a lot successfully. But, yeah, no, the passing has just, if you look at it objectively, these people telling me on social media that the passing game is better than it's not.
No, it
It's
isn't.
just not better in any way, shape, or form.
Well, statistically, it sure isn't.
No. Everyone made fun of Deacon Hill for throwing for 110, 115, 120. That's
Same.
what's going on now.
It's the same.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Iowa fans are enjoying having a quarterback that can run.
Yeah.
Because we have not had that.
And I also
since-
think they like him. They know he's a likable guy. And, you know, being a good guy does matter a little bit, and
Well,
it
it-
should
and it
matter a
should.
little bit when you're making this NIL investment. You're also purchasing somebody who's going to represent your program. You want him to do it with class and dignity, and he does. When he comes out there on Tuesdays, he will answer every question until the world stops. Weitzel has to always bring him to an end because Mark won't. He'll answer every question, but eventually you got to get going. But he is so gracious with his time with the media, and he's just a good guy.
And I think probably even the vast majority of Iowa fans are glad that he's a Hawkeye.
I
You
would,
think
I would,
that's fair?
I would think that's fair, but I think they also would or should admit that the passing attack hasn't materialized.
Well, you
You
have
can't
to admit that.
You can be glad you had him, but you can also say, "But man, I wish the passing attack would have been better." But I also think if you're a Hawkeye fan, there's nothing wrong with saying, "Yeah, but I would rather have had Fernando Mendoza." My guess is though Fernando Mendoza wouldn't have been as good at Iowa as he has been at
Well,
Indiana.
you know
because
that's
for some
true.
reason the Signetti thing's just working a lot better than the Ferentz thing
Well,
at
they've
Iowa.
got better receivers.
Better receivers, and yeah, they just do.
They
and
have
one,
better receivers.
And one of them was at James Madison 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means he probably didn't have hardly. Now I can't remember where Omar Cooper was. Has he been in Indiana the whole time?
I'm not sure.
Because I think he's their best receiver. I think he's even better than Sherrod. He's the one who made that incredible catch in the back
That
of the
was
end zone.
amazing.
He is really good. I mean, I've seen him make some difficult catches.
Hello.
So I have a question for you then, guys. How much of this quarterback issue is on the quarterback and how much of it is on the system?
I'd say 50-50.
Yeah.
Maybe 60-40 system.
Do you think if we had him for maybe 1 or 2 more years, it would improve the passing game, or would we just be still
Don't know.
stagnant, kind of like we are now?
Hard to say, but I would lean towards no because it's
I mean, don't we have to hope that Lester's system isn't in place quite yet? Don't we hope that there's room to grow?
okay in place quite yet. It's 2 years.
I know.
I would say I would be more apt to agree room to grow, but the system, if the system's not in after 2 years, I don't. What's the explanation for that? No, I think the system's in. It's just the combination
We don't have
of
the right
the
players.
right pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more thing. If people are looking at going tomorrow and they don't have tickets yet, TickPick has tickets for the game for $7 to get in the gate.
Isn't it a
So
sellout?
there are a ton of tickets available for tomorrow's game, and there's some really, really inexpensive tickets, and they're in good seats, too.
Wow, that's kind
Yeah,
of.
a lot of people are selling.
So you
You're
think
not
there's
at the 50, but if you're sitting, at the 30, you can find tickets for between $7 and $15 a piece.
wow? Hopefully there won't be a lot of empty seats.
I
You-
hope not.
you think
but
there
there's
might
gonna
be?
some? Yeah.
Just looking online, though, Pat, it looks like there's going to be a lot of empty seats because there are just a ton of tickets available on those marketplaces like that.
Then the big story I think on Tuesday was sold out. That Iowa announces that, and you got to announce it, but it's kind of misleading. But it's still money in Iowa's pocket. But the empty seats will not look good.
No.
Hey, one more question. Do you guys know, was the soccer game today televised?
Here, I'll look on Iowa. I'll look on
I was
Iowa.
trying to find it, and I couldn't find the info on it. So
That's a good question.
I'll look on Twitter. Hawkeye Soccer, they promoted
yeah,
it.
if you guys can find that out, just announce it. And I'm still listening. So
Okay.
Anyway, well, you guys have a great weekend, man. I hope we put some big numbers up against Michigan State. It'd be good to send these guys off, these seniors.
We sure would.
Hopefully, we have a good day tomorrow.
We've had a good. It's been a great senior class.
ESPN Plus.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, ESPN Plus, 3 p.m. LSU match day. Yeah, a lot of stuff on ESPN Plus.
That's
but I would go 60-40 system right now. And I'm also quick to say that they have not. It's been a while since they've recruited a good quarterback. I mean, Gronowski was a good quarterback at it.
But he's not a recruit per se.
But they also
right?
he was a good quarterback under much different circumstances.
Yes.
But the McNamara one was just that was
awful.
Awful, and of course we have hindsight. But I just was surprised that they stuck with him another year after the knee injury. I really was. I mean, they stuck with him. They paid him for 2 years, and it just he played in 13 games overall and rarely performed well.
About his first pass, wasn't that a touchdown pass?
Seth Anderson, first drive.
Yeah.
And he threw for 251 in that against Illinois State in the 24 opener. But other than that, he was just not very good. And unlike Gronowski, he couldn't run at all. He was short and immobile, which it just was not a good fit. No, they got work to do. I mean, I think
he was injured.
I think if this season says anything, it reminds you there's still a lot of work to do on offense.
A lot.
I still think the defense played well enough for them. Yeah, defense is even good defense. Sometimes you're going to let up some costly drives. It just happens. But you have a look at Iowa's scoring defense, its total defensive stats. I still think the defense has held up its end of the deal. Once again, it's been the lack of offense, and that's been caused mostly by the passing attack because I think the running game's averaging about 185, but last year they averaged over 200.
Yeah.
So even the running game's not quite as good as it was last year. So all these people telling me on social media that the offense is markedly better than a year ago, no, it's not. You just like Gronowski more than you like the other, and you like the fact that he ran for 13 touchdowns and that he is a warrior and all. So it's kind of clouded your judgment. But if you look at it objectively, the passing attack is no better than it was last year.
No.
Or no better than any time under Brian Ferentz. These are Brian Ferentz numbers, passing-wise.
I mean, what's Mark have 6 touchdowns and
5 interceptions. If that was going on with Brian Ferentz as a coordinator, fans would be screaming for his head. Lester's going to get the benefit of the doubt because he has made things a little better on offense, and it's only year 2. And so he still has – I'm not saying the honeymoon period's not over yet, but I still think Lester is going to get the benefit of the doubt over Brian Ferentz. Brian Ferentz had that job for a while, and it just steadily got worse. Now, if the passing attack comes out next year, and let's say they go 7-6 next year and they average 100, Lester's going to be in
trouble.
Trouble, as he should, if that happens.
Yeah.
These jobs don't last forever. It's not politics. You can't just.
Well, people had it out for Brian. Some people had it out.
They did,
for
and in
Brian.
fairness, though,
Yeah.
Brian didn't do his job.
No.
He didn't perform well enough to keep his job.
No.
It got really bad. I mean, the students chanting to fire him. I think that was the final straw, don't you?
Yeah,
I think that's finally UI administration. We can't have this, and they pulled the plug. And I'll give Kirk credit. He didn't like it, but he responded to it. He hired, which I still think could turn out to be a good hire. But to me, this was not a step forward for the offense this year.
No.
And that's why they're 6-4.
That's one of the reasons, yeah.
And you can't say, well, look at the running game, if you're going to nitpick, is averaging fewer yards than last year. So this was not a step forward for the offense to me in any way, shape, or form.
Our special teams hasn't been better, I don't think.
No, but they haven't been bad.
Region's been good. Well, our punting hasn't been very good.
Punting hasn't been very good, but they haven't really punted a lot either, though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of ironic. It's been okay. And but Drew Stevens has missed a couple big field goals, but for the most part, he's been one of the better kickers in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
But he has missed a couple costly field goals.
He has.
But their coverage has been great. There's a lot more to it than just kicking in special teams. For the most part, I still give special teams a passing grade. And I think the defense has been pretty solid. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The inability to create balance on offense, and they just haven't been able to do it because the passing attack just continues to sputter.
Yeah.
Few Power 4 teams make throwing the football look harder than Iowa does.
It does. It just looks like our receivers are running in quicksand.
And that the D-backs, and as they're running in quicksand, they're telling the D-backs exactly where, hey, I'm going to go down 10 yards and cut right if you want to cover me really close. That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
It kind of does.
Yeah.
It does. We make everything look so hard.
And and Gronowski did explain, because one of the reporters, I'll give this kid credit, I can't remember who it was, one of the younger ones. Well, they're all younger now, I should say. But he said, he goes, why do you have so many low throws? And it's a fair question. And Mark talked about mechanically, he says he's conscious about not overthrowing. He thinks he's too conscious about that. And there's times where he kind of drags his arm and throws the ball too late in the delivery, and it causes the trajectory to go down. That's a mechanical issue that he's dealing with 5 years into his college career, which I find a little odd. But at least he was honest about it. He didn't make any excuses. He acknowledged that he's been inaccurate.
And he answered the question.
Yeah, he did. He does not make excuses. Now, some fans will make excuses for him, and that's fine. That's being a fan. You know, some of these burner accounts. Do you have any burner accounts on Twitter? You're the one attacking me.
Yes. Are you fat ass Hawk?
I'm attacking you.
With all these burner.
Hey, Hardy.
I just love the ones that open up like the day of the, like they're legitimate and like, and then I just hit block and then I'm weak for hitting. Yes, weakness. If blocking people on Twitter is a weakness, I'm as weak as they come. Weak, frail, pathetic.
Well, I block people on our page that spew forth crap.
There's no reason to deal with them.
Whereas the media, the other stations don't do that. They just let them spew forth crap. Well, that page reflects the station, and the station should be truthful.
Yes, we have to.
Yeah, and I'm not having people...
Well, we've had some people ask why Hawk Fanatic doesn't have a comment section underneath articles. I haven't really given that much thought, but, you know, that's just another area for people just to unleash their abuse and their ridiculous...
Well, we had a chat room on our app, and it was up for like 2 weeks, and all I got was fake names and names of my family members.
It was a cesspool.
Yeah, and it was just ridiculous.
Well, we tried to do a message board on Hawk Fanatic for a while, but it's too late. There's already too many, and the ones like Cakert's board, it's been around for 25 years.
Yeah.
So we took the message board down. It's just I'm not a messenger. I'd forget about it. I'd go days without looking at it. So why would I expect people to come to the message board when I don't even care?
Well,
about it?
I called our people that do the app and said, can't you stop these people from using names? And I mean, or when I ban them, they just come back with a different name.
Sure. That's what people do on social media, on Twitter,
they said,
too.
No, it's just, we don't do that. And I thought, well, screw this. I'm not dealing with this crap.
I mean, I even had a guy admit to me one time, back when I was way more active on Twitter and I used to take the time to engage with these idiots. He said, he goes, you can block me. I'm just going to open up another burner account and continue to. I'm like, if you're really, truly that pathetic, fine. And then he's probably continue. I mean, think about that, though.
Yeah.
That you continue to open up burner accounts so you can harass somebody on.
Yeah.
That's just pathetic.
And it is. It's harassment. They were using.
But isn't it kind of pathetic?
They were using my wife's name. They were using Tom's name. They were, and I mean, it just.
Well, there was a not Pat Hardy Twitter account that was really active for a lot, and it was. I'm sitting there thinking, what drives a person to do this?
There is a Pat Hardy no space on one of the message boards.
Yeah,
posts.
And it's probably it could be somebody I know, somebody who acts nice to me in front of my face, but I just don't care.
I hate Captain Steve with a vengeance account.
On your chat room?
In Twitter.
Mr. Social Media, Tommy Lang, everybody.
Farty?
What's that?
Pat Farty, isn't that what the fake Pat Hardy is?
No, this one was not Pat Hardy.
I thought there was a Twitter one called Pat Farty.
There could be. I don't know.
Pat Farty's pretty good.
I don't. Yeah, that's really original. I was never called that as a kid. Hey, Hardy Farty. I mean, yeah, but it's just, to me, and I'm guessing most of those people that do that are between 18 and 30.
Probably.
You know, baseball caps backwards, bro crowd, lie about how often they get laid.
Know. There's a lot of ridiculous people that are older than that.
That just spend the time opening up burner accounts on social media so they can harass people.
Most
That's
of
just
the older
bizarre.
people don't know how to open up burner accounts.
Tom, it's past that. You're talking about jitterbug people. They get the big phone with the gigantic numbers and crap. Most people now got smartphones and they know how to do this crap. And no, I would say the people that attacked me were older. You know, and I don't.
It could be.
And I just don't need the negativity and crap. And you know, I just look at audience
I just think
numbers and.
I just think it's funny that they think the joke's on us. Like they think these people that open up these stupid Twitter, they think that they're owning us and that we're the ones that look like fools. I mean, that's what I just that is so lost on them. That I mean, to me,
it's
there's
an
just
ego thing. They see this and oh my God, I'm on this.
I nailed it immediately. Social media providing a voice for those that shouldn't have one, and I'm sorry. That's
I agree with
spot
you. No, I
effing
agree.
on.
There's just people that wake up every day, they race to their Twitter account so that they can live out this fantasy of like owning people, and it's just weird.
It's nonsense.
But it makes it so much easier not to pay any attention to it. I had one guy who got mad because I put the Iowa football Twitter account embedded into one of my tweets about Iowa football. He's like, "You're just trying to get people to read your story."
Well, yeah.
Well, hello.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
That's the whole point. Clickbait. All you want is attention. You know, I mean, it's just.
I've got that on our page. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's clickbait. Well, it's a story. You want to read it?
If you want to read it, fine. If you don't want to, you don't have
to.
to. And what's funny is this one guy yesterday was just ripping me. And then I look him up, and I mean, he follows me. And, well, he doesn't anymore. I blocked him. But these ones, they rip you, and then they follow you. It's just so bizarre.
they can keep ripping
I
you.
guess.
Yeah.
It's just funny. But no, like I said, the Gronowski one, I responded to a few people, but most of the ones, the burner accounts that wanted to just insult you, just block them, and then they're gone.
Well, they had somebody on Reddit that was doxing me, giving my address and phone number and all. And Reddit took it off.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything, but there's another guy that just.
Why?
Iowa City, I see inhabitant, and this guy just made an account to just rip the hell out of
Maybe it's
me.
that guy who sends postcards.
Could be.
Said,
I mean,
the good thing about Captain is he's in his 70s and he could die soon.
well, the guy that sends
What the hell?
postcards, he's from Cedar Rapids, we think, right?
Yeah.
And isn't he the guy who calls in too?
I don't
But
know.
I got a postcard from him a couple of months ago, and he's obsessed with people being fat here. He calls everyone fat here.
Well, I've lost
He sent postcards here
30
too.
pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the same guy.
Yeah,
but he
well-
sends them to my house.
Well, why?
I don't. It's the same thing as these people on Twitter. Why not? If we're so bad and you're so much better, just ignore us. That's what I don't get. Go away.
I don't
But
get
they
it.
can't.
No. I mean, I've always said this, and I don't know, and I love radio, and I love radio listening. I like to listen to radio. But if there's somebody on the air that I don't like, I won't listen.
That's
just
usually
don't.
how it works.
But people
how it should
don't-
work.
Well, that's how it should work. But how it works is if the guy is making you pissed off or anything, and Stern prove this, they'll listen longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, studies show that they
Yeah,
do.
Rush Limbaugh pissed off a lot of people. They listen longer. I piss off some people. They listen longer.
Because they want to be pissed off.
Yeah.
Because then they use.
Fox News. They want to be pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Fox admits it.
Yeah.
You know, it's and I don't want to be pissed off. I want to watch Law and Order and NCIS.
But I'll tell you though, when I do step away, it'll be so easy to step away from social media. It will be so easy. I mean, I will be nowhere to be found on that thing. I don't even know if I'll keep a Twitter account. What's the point? I mean, it's just now, yes, I'm using it to try to propel traffic on the website. It's a business. I
post it's a great picture of my raccoon.
Uh-huh.
And there's some guy comments, I hope that raccoon rips your heart out.
Well, the other day I had someone who complaining about my Gronowski thing, and at the end he goes, "Oh, by the way, your dogs are ugly." I mean, my dogs are dead, and first of all, they weren't ugly; they were beautiful dogs. But that that to me is like a 19 or 20-year-old bro fist pound lie about how much you get laid, baseball cap backwards crowd. That's I can't imagine an adult do it, but maybe they do.
I think they do.
But I'm talking about the barstool mentality. You know, I mean, there's a Barstool Iowa Twitter account. I blocked it years ago because I'm just not, the Barstool sports mentality. It's not for me.
No, I don't.
You know what I mean by Barstool, don't you?
I don't know that I see it very often.
I mean, Tommy probably knows.
Well, you know, they might perceive you as negative, where they'll attack Tom for being positive.
Well, no, I'm over the hill and old and stale because I'm not, I mean, when I think of Barstool, like I said, I think of the fist pumps and the bro and the baseball cap backwards. I mean, that's when I think of Barstool, the bro crowd.
I think I do think it's older. I do.
Yeah, I don't. One guy yesterday, he started to say, yo, bro.
Well, I use that.
I don't think a 55-year-old man's going to be calling you bro.
I use that all the time.
No, you don't.
Hey, bro. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, bro. Do you fist pump people?
Sure.
Do you wear baseball caps backwards?
No, I don't wear caps.
No,
Steve's
not a
my
cap
head's
guy.
too
Do you
long.
lie about how often you get laid?
No, I've been perfectly honest. It ain't good.
Well, I got a lot of room to talk. So, all right, back to the Hawks.
Back to the Hawks. How could you not be back to the Hawks?
So, tomorrow weather again, no precip?
No, it looks
I
really
did read
good.
that
Sunny 55.
Thanksgiving's not going to be as nice. Isn't it going to get cold next week?
It's going to get cold. Thanksgiving.
Like the highs in the 30s.
30s.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanksgiving could suck.
But
And
if we're above freezing, though, I'm still...
There could be some snow, maybe.
Not right now, it doesn't say.
Yeah, good.
Maybe.
How about next Friday in Lincoln?
I just looked, and light rain.
Ugh.
And in the 30s.
Ooh.
See, that could be a problem.
Oh, that's brutal.
That could be a problem. That could be a problem traveling, too.
No, I looked before the show.
Okay. So, God, it's already 10:30.
Yeah.
And we have a show tomorrow since it's a 2:30 game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll have Don on Monday. God,
The show basically didn't even, go off the edge.
No, this was somewhat... Well, we had that little stain thing, but then Greg put us back in our place.
Stain.
Okay, who would you rather have as Iowa's head coach next year? Pat Fitzgerald, Seth Wallace, or LeVar Woods? I'll really put you on the spot.
Well, Pat Fitzgerald held the job at a different Power 5 conference. He was pretty successful, I would say, ultimately.
At a place that's even harder to win than Iowa. So you would
harder.
go lean toward him?
Probably.
If it was that, I probably would lean towards him. My one problem with Pat Fitzgerald, even though he's been supposedly fully exonerated, to me, okay, he claims he knew nothing was going on. To me, that's not a good sign either, that this stuff was going on under his watch and he didn't know anything about it. That would be my concern if I'm Iowa.
Well, another concern about Pat Fitzgerald is his offenses were boring.
Brutal.
They were terrible.
And the other concern is, in his latter years at Northwestern, they were bad.
Yeah, they
that
were.
program was trending in the wrong direction. I think David Braun's done a better job.
I think he's done a good job.
But they're still facing the same thing. Their offense just isn't very good. But, I mean, the fact that he's got 5 wins out of his teams so far, no, it'll be interesting. But like I said, I've told you before on the air that my gut feeling is this might be it for Kirk, but I kind of I go back and forth on that. He has seemed a little more emotional this year than he normally is, but who knows who knows what that indicates.
So we have not looked at the other games hardly at all. Rutgers at Ohio State.
I wonder who wins that.
Minnesota at Northwestern.
That's yawn, but it's an interesting game. That's the kind of game Minnesota has to win to have an 8-9 win season. But I don't know. I mean, and Northwestern has to win that to get bowl eligible.
Yeah, they could easily win it.
There's a lot right. I wouldn't be surprised if either team won, to be honest with you.
No. Kansas at Iowa State. I imagine Iowa
I think
State
Iowa
wins.
State I think Iowa State will win that, and they're going to end up being. I think Iowa State's going to end up probably 8-4.
Yeah, probably so. USC at Oregon. That's the key game.
I think Oregon wins.
I believe so.
I believe Oregon will win. I'd give USC a better chance if it was in L.A., but it's not, so we'll see.
MSU at Iowa. We've certainly talked about that.
I've got Iowa right now. I'm looking at like 30. I like your 31-10, 31-14 type thing.
Yeah. Michigan at Maryland should be pretty solid Michigan
I would
victory,
think,
probably.
my guess is Maryland will have some moments. It'll be close because Michigan's offense just is not very good at sustaining. But I think when it's all said and done, Maryland will find a way to lose.
I'm not sold on Michigan.
Their offense isn't there. Michigan's a little slightly better version of Iowa.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, but their offense isn't very. Now, their quarterback is dynamic, but I've watched him. To me, he throws the ball with
Makes a lot of mistakes.
He makes a lot of mistakes, and he throws the ball too damn hard.
Yeah, he does.
But he's very athletic.
Nebraska at Penn State. That's an
I'm
interesting
picking
one.
Penn State. I think Penn State's going to win that game. And I don't know how that's going to impact Nebraska going into Iowa, but I do think Penn State's going to win that game.
Another kind of compelling one, Illinois at Wisconsin.
Interesting one.
Yeah,
Interesting
it is.
one. It's easy to say Illinois. We'll see. I probably would pick Illinois because I just think Wisconsin's offense is incapable of scoring a lot of points. But if I turned the TV on and saw that Wisconsin was leading in the third quarter, I wouldn't be like, oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised.
So that's going to be a game that could be.
What's the 11 o'clock games tomorrow?
11 o'clock games are Rutgers at Ohio State, Minnesota at Northwestern.
I'll watch a little bit of that before I head over to
Kansas at Iowa State.
I'll go back and forth between those two because I probably won't head over. I found that if you wait it out, man, I've had no traffic for any of these men's basketball games. Or women, for that matter, parking in the new, just nothing. I just drive right up. But I'm waiting a little longer before I go. And for football, I mean, like what I did with Oregon, while everybody else was getting there at 11 o'clock for the 2:30 game, I got there at about a little after 1 and had absolutely no traffic, whereas a lot of people said they were stuck in traffic for 20 minutes, half an hour, just going nowhere because it was a quagmire. I just waited out.
Washington at UCLA is the late one.
Interesting one. I could see UCLA winning that game.
Yeah.
Washington has. I mean, they lost to Wisconsin.
Yeah, Washington has been up and
really
down
up
this
and
year.
down. They've been really up and down. So, all right, Captain.
All right.
Put a fork in it.
Yeah.
You ready for some police reports there,
we
bud?
got police report.
The show is not over. Is what you're saying.
Ends.
It never ends.
It doesn't seem like it does.
Lang's ready to deliver. He's been prepping back there. He's ready to go.
You ready for police reports, bro?
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro.
Hey, bro. I'm going to go get laid.
Yeah.
Do some shots and get some strange, man.
Fist bump.
Hardy's homeless. I saw him at Hy-Vee. Those are my favorite. These people that see me places and then race to social media to give an update on what I'm wearing.
I was Hy-Vee getting birdseed. I'm feeding all these things.
Yeah, that's good.
And I didn't shave. I didn't feel well. Didn't shave. Was up all night.
I never shave.
And
You shaved the other day.
This guy comes up to me. Hey, you didn't shave. I said, so? Well, on the radio, I thought you said you shaved.
You should grow a beard.
I said, I don't remember saying anything about
You should grow a Letterman-like beard. Would you ever want to do that?
I look like Fidel Castro. I do.
Well, this is
I should
sort
get
of
like a green hat.
I'm guessing that's not a plus.
I should get a green hat.
I'm going to start running this place like a gulag.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Yeah. All right. Police reports coming up next with Tommy Lang and Captain Steve. HawkFanatic.com. Check it out. It's free.
KCJJ Weather, brought to you by